Right, hello everyone. So we've just had a Nintendo Direct, and I have a couple of lovely people with me in order to discuss what just happened. So with me, I have Faye,
Hello, I'm Faye.
I have Lucas,
Rhythm Heaven, it's real. It's here. It's here. And I'm so happy.
and I have Nathan.
Finally, anime is real and coming to England. I can't wait.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Nintendo Direct item by item. I haven't got down all the details because there was a lot in that Direct, but I'll try my best. So the first opening item was Star Fox Zero. I know Faye's going to have a lot to say on this.
I'll see you
Yeah.
guys later. I'll see you. Bye.
Oh god damn it. I am so shocked that it wasn't delayed. Like everyone was so certain it would be because of the silence from Nintendo. We last saw it in the November Nintendo Direct and we haven't seen a word of it since.
Mhm.
And the fact that it allegedly came out next month and there were no pre-order information, again, no more literally nothing from Nintendo. So everyone was certain it would be delayed and then hey, it still comes out in April.
Yes, and we got Steelbook. No, what was it? Was it Steelbook?
Yeah, so
Mhm.
basically there's a first print edition.
Yes.
They announced Star Fox Guard, which is what Project Guard has now become. That comes
Yes.
packaged with it, as well as a really nice looking steelbook. It's got kind of like it's like plain white on the outside with a picture of the R-wing, and the inside it's kind of got like blueprint schematics, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
We've also got a
I'm
lot of
excited
extra
about
new
that.
footage, haven't we? So it looks really good.
Yes, actual
It
new
looks
stuff.
so good. And then we've also got some Amiibo support with Fox.
Yeah, no new amiibo, which is
No.
almost disappointing. The steelbook has made up for it, but
You wanted
almost.
an R-wing amiibo, didn't you?
I wanted any kind of amiibo. I guess we have the Smash Brothers ones, but I
By the
can't
way,
get enough Star Fox stuff.
Slippy Toad's new canon name is Grippy Toad.
But that's his like uncle. His uncle is called Grippy, and
They're all
he's
called
like
Grippy Toad. It's perfect.
yeah, it looks very cool.
But yes, I think we're all happy that it hasn't been delayed because that was the biggest fear that we just weren't hearing anything about this, and I think we're all pretty glad that it's actually going to come. We're
I
actually going
think
to get Star Fox.
that's the advantage of actually doing the radio silence, as we've kind of talked about before, the concept of hype fatigue, where you hear about this upcoming game all the time, and then when it actually does come out or gets delayed, everybody's really frustrated. So
Yeah.
they probably thought it was a good idea to just lay low and get it done, and I'm glad they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, and I think with a lot of AAA titles at the moment, they're kind of getting to the point where they keep hyping and hyping and hyping, and then the game ends up being a disappointment, and a lot of people are just getting a bit sick of it. So I
Mhm.
guess it's good that Nintendo isn't overhyping their games and completely ruining it once it comes out, but yeah.
True, but on the other side of things, Star Fox was already struggling a bit in terms of its sort of like popularity because the only
Mm,
news that seemed to be coming out was like, oh, the graphics are bad, no, the controls are bad. So
yeah.
their nothing but silence on that didn't help anything.
Yeah, I
Not only
mean,
that, but when was like the last actual Star Fox game? Like main series Star Fox
Main
game?
series was like 2006.
yes, it's been a
Yeah,
When
that's
We
while.
where
had
like
Star
Star
Fox
Fox
Assault on the
Assault. Yeah,
GameCube
we
or
had Star
something.
Fox Command on the DS, but
Ah.
that's like a bit of a hit and miss game. Star Fox Assault was the last main one. I think that was 2006.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So after Star Fox Zero, we had some Splatoon update. They said we weren't going to get any, and now we have.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I didn't catch all the details because I was too kind of freaking out. Like, wait, what? Splatoon?
Overwhelmed.
From what I
um,
get, from what I gather, it's a lot of kind of like maintenancey, patchy stuff,
yeah.
game balancing things.
Yes.
It seems that what they are releasing is new-ish content. Is that Ammonites is going to be releasing kind of like packages
Yeah.
of weapons.
That was interesting.
It was a bit vaguely worded, but it
Yeah. I
seems like
wasn't
the
sure.
weapons are going to be remixes of
Yeah, I
different
think the gist of it
combinations
is we're
of
getting
bits
like
and
new
pieces.
sub-weapon combinations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like that, which is it's good because it's new content in a way that really like has an impact, but it's not too new that they've had to make much for it. It's
Yeah, because it's going to mean that it will change up a lot of people's tactics within their games. A lot of like, what are we going to use as a weapon now?
Mhm.
So it's quite
Give
interesting.
me 52 gal deco with bubbler, and like it's all I'll ever use.
I think that is probably going to be the thing where they're going to give more weapons some of the less seen sub weapons.
Mm,
You don't get Ink Curtain very often. You don't get Bubbler that much either, so they're probably
No.
going to be splitting
I
that.
think it's more that they're like exclusive to like specific weapons, so like only
Yeah.
Roller gets like Kraken and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean,
You
at the
don't
same
really see
time,
Kraken on other weapons.
yeah, at the same time, they can't give every weapon a bubbler because it will end up giving them an unfair advantage. I mean,
That's true.
if you have like a long range weapon with a bubbler, it's kind of like
Everybody's Bubbler. Bubbler
Could you
forever.
imagine Roller with Bubbler? Jesus.
yeah, like how would that even work?
Overpower Roller even more.
Can I have Blaster with Echolocator, please? And then I can start playing again.
And it's just like, right, it's over.
That's like the ultimate support weapon. I'd love that, please.
Yeah.
Please, Nintendo.
But they've called this Sheldon's Picks, haven't they? And it's coming up in April, and it seems to be quite interesting.
Mhm.
They didn't give much details on the other pack, but I guess we'll find out more soon.
Side note: someone I know mentioned that Sheldon looks like a minion, and I cannot unsee that.
Oh no!
Thanks for
Oh,
ruining Splatoon
no.
for millions.
Yeah, sorry guys. Splatoon done with.
I
Pack
think-
it up.
I
It's
think
like
I'm the only
true
person
and
who doesn't
everything.
hate minions. I'm probably the only person in the world that
Moving
doesn't hate
on.
minions. Moving
Yeah,
on,
moving on.
Maui and Sonic.
Cool.
Great. Next.
Yeah, I'm
It's,
all
it's
good.
interesting. It looks good if you care about it, but
But do we care about
I
it?
can appreciate that it actually looks like a really good game, but it's just not
I'm
game
going to get the
consistent.
soundtrack for that game because actually, as it's turned out, all the soundtracks on the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games have been dope, and for some reason, Japanese video game composers are really good at doing Brazilian festival samba style music.
Oh, tell me about it.
So I was loving that trailer just for the music alone, and like the cool little firework effects on impacts of stuff. If the game has that of the little firework explosions just when you do anything, I am suddenly more interested than otherwise, even if it is all sports ball.
And hey, there's rugby now. So
There's rugby.
yay, rugby.
Great. My fantasy, you know, my OC of Sonic and Mario playing rugby finally comes to fruition. It's real.
Now is not the time, Lucas.
I mean, on my bingo card, this is where I crossed off something boring. That's all I have to say on that.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
So the next item was Super Mario Maker is getting an update. We're going to get some doors which involve using keys in order to open them, as well as having you have to collect the little coins in order to get a key. We also have Super Expert mode
Super expert.
because apparently Expert isn't hard enough. And yeah,
Well, you
they're
know,
adding
I
more
guess
to
because
this
everybody wanted
website.
to make really, really hard stages only, and they needed to accommodate that in the space.
Up next, we'll have Dante Must Die Infinite Climax mode. Get ready for that crossover.
Real talk though, the keys is actually kind of what I want.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's
nice.
interesting.
When we kind of talked about this before, and I was kind of like, I don't really know how to do good platform games, but I could do a puzzle adventure
I
game.
was just about to say, it makes really good. Like, it makes it interesting. Like, you can make like actual puzzle levels now.
I
This
mean,
seems
So
like
you have to
something that I would
explore
be
and go
interested
looking
in
for
doing.
things.
I mean, a lot of people were making sort of link kind of Mario stages. So this will add to that. I mean, people could add keys to it to actually make it more like a puzzle. They were already
dungeon,
doing that,
yeah.
yeah. So they can actually make it like a proper dungeon. And yeah, they're adding more to the site. Super Expert mode. Has anyone even finished Expert mode?
I haven't even bought the game.
Yeah, sure have I.
Right.
You can
so,
borrow my copy. I'm not going to be using it anytime soon. It's all
Okay.
good.
So the next item was Nathan's favorite, Tokyo Mirage. I didn't get the full title.
Hey, before we
but
start, can I
know
just say it's pretty messed up that the Idol game is set in Japan? I mean, come on.
I mean, how dare they?
Oh, you know,
we're only getting
one of the
English
2
subs.
to 3 countries with the highest production rate of pop idols.
What the hell, Atlas? Come on.
That's-
So what is the game called? Tokyo Mirage? Was it Sessions?
Sessions.
#FE.
Yeah, Sharp FE.
Sharp
like the
FE.
music note.
Persona Fates. I'm calling it.
It is Persona Fates, but I'm just so glad that they've actually, confirmed it's going to be in English. It was quite likely because, it's bankrolled by Nintendo and they tend to localize most of their contemporary stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just nice that it knows it's coming out. I'm surprised they didn't say anything about, day one bonus packages, soundtracks, art books, and all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite
The
surprised.
Japanese release got that, and I would like a soundtrack to this game because the soundtrack is amazing. But yeah, I'm just super hype. It's coming out in English, and
Yeah.
I will eventually get to play it. And you will hear nothing but me playing this game for the next couple of DS London podcasts. when
So
I
it'll
get that.
basically be like Emmy with Animal Crossing, but you would do.
I apologize in advance for my sudden desperate ascent to Japanese pop stardom.
Mm.
Yeah, anything with idols and Shibuya, and like we've lost Nathan so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah,
I really like the name for this game because the original Japanese name, it's like SMTXFE hashtag this hash whatever.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very convoluted name, and I
And now
know a
it's
lot
just
of people
Tokyo
were
Mirage
annoyed
Sessions.
that it wasn't very SMT-ish and it wasn't very Fire Emblem-ish or whatever. This kind of removes it from that in a way that will kind of ease people's worries, and also it appeals to people who aren't really into those things. Because I've played like a couple Persona games, I've played half Fire Emblem game, and it wasn't really something that interested me just because I didn't know anything about them. But now it's sort of removed itself a bit more. And
Hmm.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a really cool name. I'm kind of more interested in it now. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then that's coming out June 24th, I have noted. Is that right?
That's so soon.
I
that is
mean,
soon.
yeah, because that
So
is soon. Hopefully I've got the date
It's
right.
4 months away, but that's soon.
Yeah,
Um,
they're
No, I mean, like,
pushing the boat out on
English
a lot of these
translations of
games.
stuff, how long that can take.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it was sort of disappeared off the radar for ages, and now it's suddenly coming out in a few months. It's big stuff.
Yeah, Nintendo are pushing the boat out on like everything.
Yeah,
current-
but
right now.
I have to say I agree that I'm surprised this isn't getting some sort of limited edition. I mean, it seems like one that would work in terms of the art style and the music soundtrack.
Mhm.
So it's interesting that it's not. So the next thing on the agenda was Paper Mario Color Splash.
Paper Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, I
Hmm.
had Emmy saying to me, "This is basically just a rip-off of the Blob," and it kind of does look like it.
Yes. Yes, it is. Also, so did any of you guys play Sticker Star on the
I've
3DS?
never-
Yeah,
Yes,
and it
it
was
was
bad.
terrible. It was so bad.
I've never played
Yeah.
Paper Mario, any of them.
They're doing it again.
Okay. So all the previous Paper Mario games up to Sticker Star had a lot of kind of like partnering up with other characters with
Yeah.
quite well-defined personalities,
also
and that was
good.
kind of
Oh,
part
yeah,
of
I've
the
seen
writing
this.
and humor of it. And for some reason, Miyamoto said in Sticker Star there would be no sidekicks. And as a result, the dialogue of that game is really dry because there
Yeah.
is nobody fun to talk to. And they haven't fixed that. And it seems they haven't fixed the whole. The other gimmick about Sticker Star is that you collected stickers to use as weapons, so your weapon inventory was limited, and it means you could accidentally sometimes screw yourself over if you went into fights without enough or the right kind of weapons. And I was like, the moment they showed that battle scene where you throw some cards onto the screen and it showed an inventory of cards,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, it's this again.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're making Sticker Star again. Don't do Sticker
No,
Star.
don't
again,
do Sticker
Nintendo.
Star
No one
again.
wants Sticker Star again.
I mean, honestly, is it getting to the point where it's Paper Mario fatigue? I mean, they made Sticker Star, then right after they did the Paper Jam Bros crossover. Now suddenly we're getting Color Splash. It seems the
Mm.
same thing with Mario and Luigi series again. They kind of seem to be churning these out, and rather than focusing time on making sure they turn out well, because Sticker Star was bad. Like,
Mm.
I could not play a lot of that game. I
See,
just got bored.
I would say with Mario and Luigi, because I have played those games, and I
Yeah.
do want to pick up
Mm.
Paper Jam because that could be my gateway into Paper Mario, I guess.
I was just about to say.
How often those come out seems okay because their quality has never suffered from what
Yeah,
I've seen.
which is
You
true.
know, the Dream Team was maybe a
Mhm.
little bit less good than the others, but still good. So that works. But even though I've never played Paper Mario, I'm kind of aware of its sort of prestige in that the games before Sticker Star that come out were all very good and they have that
Yeah.
certain quality to them. So rushing those out as quickly as Mario and Luigi doesn't seem like the best idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
Mario
What
and
I've seen.
Luigi has held the quality, I agree, but Paper Mario has not.
So,
Um,
long story short, hey, Nintendo, just let Alpha Dream make Paper Mario games because you've clearly learned nothing.
yeah.
Just
Um,
find whoever it was on Intelligent Systems that made the first two games genuinely funny
yeah, I mean, I don't
and
know what they're
hire
doing.
them again. Where did they go?
Also, I love how the new partner character in this Paper Mario game is literally a floating paint can.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
the
how.
last game
That's...
had a floating sticker, so they're still basically running in the same.
Yeah, we're doing this again.
So the next thing that they talked about was the rewards program. Flipnote Studio. It's happened. It's actually
Yeah!
happening. Flipnote
It's
Studio
real.
3D still exists.
Because we weren't going to go get them. We were denied that at one point, weren't we? They
Yeah.
just
I just-
decided to not release it in Europe.
Yeah, I
There was a lot
honestly
of
thought
hubbub
we
about
weren't
it
getting
last
it.
year, but then it kind of just was like, oh, well, no, actually. And it was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought that we weren't going to get this game, and now we are, and we can. I don't know. I was quite surprised. I honestly thought that they were just going to bury that and just never talk about it again.
I'm really hoping
So-
they add, like, Spot Pass support.
You know they're not.
I know.
It's just going to
I-
be the game.
You know
I
you're.
really want them to because
Let's be honest. After what happened with Flipnote Studio, it's just not gonna happen. They
What
don't
happened with
trust us.
Swap Note, no less.
Swap Note,
Yeah, they just do not trust us.
Rip
For-
Swap
for-
Note. I
for good
genuinely
reason.
missed that again now. Oh my
Rip
god, I just remembered
I
how
know.
much I loved Swap Note.
Yeah, I
There was
missed that.
something like I was doing like a shop selling Animal Crossing clothing patterns over Swap
Ah,
to people. It was the best.
that would have been so good. It's a
Uh,
shame. It's a shame that's gone. But
Yeah.
Take
people,
it from us too soon. Rip.
yeah, it's
Pouring the 40 for
it's why we can't have nice things because people just abuse the system in the way it's not supposed to be used, and then Nintendo get angry and tell us off and put us in the naughty corner.
And now
Um,
Nikki only exists within Badge Arcade.
Yeah, which is
What a cruel
just-
fate.
Yeah. So the next thing is Yokai Watch. That
Mm.
dance, just watching Shiomata do that dance was amazing.
That was incredible.
Yeah, I was.
So
oh,
video games for
I-
children.
Yeah.
Not even like as an insult, just video games literally for children.
I imagine Tumblr is already full of gifs.
Probably. So what did people think about this?
I still
Anyone?
want this game though.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
want
we're
it, but I-
finally getting it.
I want it, but I'm incredibly reluctant to give any money to level 5.
Yeah, I'm in the
Oh,
same boat as you,
why?
Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
Because I hate them.
Why?
They-
I've heard a lot of this. Oh, not supporting level 5. What? Because I heard they stopped doing Layton games. Is that the reason why? Or
I mean-
did
That's
they
the
do
reason
something
for me.
else?
It's been for me. It's been a long range of things.
What have they done?
The lack of localization of Ni no Kuni, and then from on the DS, and then suddenly it became a PlayStation game. That irked me because they kept promising localization and then suddenly cut it off. It seems like Sony gave them some money behind the scenes. They made up excuses, but they didn't fly. Honestly, I can get into a whole debate about it. And then
my beef with them is that Fancy Life is a super good game on the 3DS.
Fantasy Life, and now
and
it's
the
a
sequel
mobile.
is a mobile title.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
And then the whole
Why?
London Life situation with Leighton 4, the whole fact that we didn't get London
Oh,
Life,
yeah.
despite the fact we live in London. Just
And also, didn't the same thing happen with Layton and that the next Layton game was a mobile game?
yeah, so it's just so many things where it's just like
Oh,
you
dear.
give your money to level 5, you trust them, you love their franchise, and then they rip it away from you.
Oh, dear.
And
Mm.
I can't do it with level 5 anymore. It just hurts too much.
There. It's going to be okay with me.
It hurts too much.
I can't open my heart again to that. I can't do it.
Talking about things that make me angry, Hyrule Warriors Legends.
Aha.
Why are you angry? I thought that was great.
Yeah, we're getting Medley. Come
It
on.
just
Yeah, I'm
seems
so hyped about Medley.
Medley,
it
yo.
just seems like they've turned this into a cash cow in such a
You're right,
level
you are right.
where
The
it's
whole
like
game is already fan service. The fact they're charging a little bit extra for more fan service isn't a surprise to me. In fact, I
But-
want it because cool stuff.
but the fact that they have the Wii U game and then they did the Master Quest, the whole DLC pack thing where you buy into the season pass, and then they made exclusive characters for the 3DS that you can only get on the Wii U one if you buy the 3DS game. Then they have a DLC pack for the 3DS. It's just like, how much more money do you want from me? I can't give it to you
I'm
all.
happy just because I haven't picked up Hyrule Warriors at all yet.
Neither have I,
And I
so-
was the 3DS version tempted me, and loads of the characters in that game looked fantastic.
Mm.
But I really wanted it on Wii U. So the fact they've now announced that those characters are now on the Wii U, it's a bit convoluted. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy about it.
But then
Yeah,
you
I
could
guess if you've
Yes.
already bought the game, like I can see how that would be like irritating, having to
Yeah.
like pay loads more money for like stuff you kind of sort of already own, and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not buying
Um,
the 3DS game.
And
Yeah.
honestly, the 3DS game does not work. I've tried the demo on Emmy's 3D Japanese 3DS.
Mm.
It's not good. It is like because the whole idea is that you're supposed to have all these massive battles of hordes, but the 3DS can't handle that. So it just doesn't
that
really
was
work.
a regular 3DS, right?
Yeah, that was a regular 3DS, to be fair.
Mm.
But the fact that people on the regular 3DS will be buying this, and it doesn't work very well. It doesn't
Mhm.
give the good experience. So
yeah, I imagine it has a lot to do with like how many enemies can be on screen. Like,
Yeah.
and obviously because of the hardware like limitations of a 3DS, it's just not going to have the same impact as the Wii U version does. So it's kind of like, oh, it's just a watered down version of the game.
yeah.
Mhm.
So then they moved on to Animal Crossing Amiibo cards.
Yo, Emmy,
Oh.
where you at?
Even more.
We're getting Wave 4 in April.
Isabel was really cute.
yeah, so we've got more and more cards to buy.
I thought it was Wave 4 in June.
Oh, is it in June? I didn't get
I
the
believe
date.
Wave 3 is March.
Wave
and
3
then-
is March.
All right, Faye, you're the host now because your fact checking is better. Go away, Vaneet.
This is just from what I remember, because I was only half paying attention because I can't afford these goddamn cards anymore.
Yeah.
But,
I was only half.
I
Like,
just rep the people who want a full set because I swear there are something like 800 villages.
there's too many.
because there's 100 cards per set, and there's going to be there's 400 cards in total.
Hmm.
And when the cards are just over £1 each, if you don't spend more than retail on them,
It's
that's
more
like
that.
£500.
Yeah.
This is why this is a collection I will never get into.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
it's
find
afford
the
more
villages
cards
that you have in your town and that you love, and
Yeah.
that's all you
Just
need.
buy your favorites and chill.
I
yeah.
can't afford another card.
I'm not gonna do the whole collect them all thing with the amiibo cards. It's
Unlike
just-
some people we know.
Oh god. So
Hey Nick, what's up?
the next item that we had, if I'm not mistaken, it was Disney Art Academy. This was an interesting thing. I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah. It seems like a great idea, to be honest.
I really liked Pokemon Art Academy. It was like really genuinely well made and thought through. Maybe assumed you were a little younger than you actually are. The way it was just kind of like told to you, even though the art challenges are quite legit and sometimes quite difficult, it talks down to you a lot because it assumes you're 5, which is
Man, you know what I'd love? I'd love to see more like Art Academy games released for like different Nintendo franchises, but like encapsulating like multiple styles. So like a Zelda Art Academy that
Yeah.
covers like different styles from like, so you have like, I don't know, like a Wind Waker style, and then like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that would be
other styles.
That would be great because like Disney Art Academy seems to be doing that, and you could have a Zelda one which does the sort of dark
Yeah.
style of Twilight Princess, the light style of Wind Waker, you know, the old retro 8-bit style, and
That would be
you know, it'd
interesting.
be quite interesting. I
Yeah,
agree with that.
it did work really well for the Pokemon one because it was themed around you're doing Pokemon card art.
Mm.
So it made sense that it gave you a quite wide range of different kind of like styles and perspective rules and all that kind of thing. If I was to have another Art Academy game, it would be that's a good question.
Spittoon.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
There's only so far you can go with
I'll
that.
call it for you.
I feel like Kirby
would
has a
be-
lot of different art styles.
Again,
I
I feel
think
like there's
Kirby-
only so far you can go with a lot of these series, but something
Probably.
like Pokemon that is so broad, and also the trading card aspect because the art varies, and they did actually do the trading card competition for Art Academy, which I thought was really cute.
Yeah.
And again with Disney, you kind of have such a broad area, but unless it was something like that Zelda idea, that's fantastic. You can have that one for free, Nintendo. Where other games like I know Spittoon, Kirby, it's quite a very like individual art style, so I don't know
Yeah.
how interesting.
It's
that would
fine. We
be.
have a list of invoices we send to Nintendo.
Yes.
on a regular basis, yes.
So then after that we moved. So that's coming out July 15th. After that we moved on to Metro Prime Federation Force.
God, I could not care less about this game, and yet somehow that presentation made me care less.
No, I feel kind of the opposite because obviously when the game was announced last E3, everyone, shit hit the fan. Pardon my
Yeah.
language.
It left me
Everyone
birds
was
with
so
some
upset.
questions, to put
Everyone
it
was so
mildly.
upset that such like a small mini game kind of game was part of the Metroid Prime universe, and they tried to sort of settle things down afterwards by justifying themselves in that no,
Yeah.
it's actually part of the Metroid Prime world. We've put thought and effort into that. So they introduced it really badly, but this seemed to be trying to make up for it and be like, hey, look at the plot, and it's the Federation Force, the characters from the main games and all this, and that seems. I hoped it kind of soothed people because at least
Yeah.
it convinced me a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that this presentation will help them in terms of selling this game to the fans because I mean the E3 did not go down well.
All
And-
I could think of while seeing that presentation from Federation Force is how much those main characters in robot suits look like the butt ugly Martians.
Oh my god, they do! Yes, yes, they do. But I felt really sorry for them because they said
deep pull.
they said that this has been somewhat in development since 2009, and I felt really sorry for them because this is something that's been
Kinda
going on for
looks like it.
7 years, and it went down that badly. It's just
Yeah,
like
it
I
really
want
is
to
a
hug
shame.
them. I feel so
And
sorry
honestly,
for them.
after playing a bit of Blast Ball, which is one of kind of the mini games that's part of it,
Has it
I
actually
played
got
some of that
released?
last year. Oh no, it's part of Federation Force, but I managed to play it last year, a demo
Oh.
version. And it was really fun. Again, that was another thing that kind of convinced me was playing this blast ball game. It
Yeah.
played almost a bit like Rocket League, and it was really addictive and really simple. So that alone kind of convinced me. But seeing that they are actually putting love and care into like the Metroid Prime universe aspect of it,
Yeah.
I have hopes. So
I
you
mean,
know.
as we've learnt with the internet, with the recent Ghostbusters trailer, the internet just likes to rage when there's any amount of change. So hopefully the internet will just calm the hell down and
I mean,
try the game.
we've had so many side games for Zelda and Pokemon that Metroid getting a side game,
Yeah, I mean,
it's not. Yeah, we'd all prefer Metroid Prime 4 or whatever, but
Yeah.
this is still fine in the meantime.
I mean, everyone keeps telling Nintendo to diversify their IP rather than making 10 million Mario spin-offs, do spin-offs for their other titles. And the second they do, everyone gets pissed. I think people need to just, breathe. Just breathe.
The
Pretty
developers
much.
have a good pedigree as well.
Yeah.
They pointed out even in it.
Yeah,
that they
next
previously
level
worked
games.
on Punch Out and Mario Strikers,
Yeah,
which is
Which is two very
both
good
very
games.
solid games.
Mm.
I wasn't super interested because just first person shooters and me don't work. But I liked how they were kind of like, oh, we also kind of want to have a dungeon crawling team aspect where you can be support or heal if you want. And I'm like, that's cute. They're thinking of ways to make it fun to be multiplayer. That's they're actually thinking things through,
It's
even
Yeah.
if this is a game I'm not going to play.
So the next thing was Bandai Namco's Lost Reavers. This was something that they mentioned
This
last
looks
year.
really interesting.
It does look really interesting.
It caught my eye.
It's
Now I
coming.
remember when that was called Project Treasure. like,
Yeah,
last
so
year.
it's got a new name now, and it's getting a beta next month, and then soon after it's getting released. So
Yeah, they
it's
actually said
interesting.
as soon as the beta ends, the game will come out. But
Yeah.
isn't the whole point of a beta to give feedback before a game comes out?
Yeah, so
It
it seems
seemed
a
a
bit.
bit odd to me. Call it a demo instead.
I
Yeah,
have
well.
a feeling it's because the game is made, but they've not had the opportunity to properly test the netcode, and it's
probably,
going to be a stress
yes.
test.
Yeah,
Essentially.
that would make sense.
probably. So it's a bit like the global test fire, essentially. So yeah, that's a thing. It's coming out soon.
I am looking forward to raiding tombs and miniskirt.
So the next thing was the SNES Virtual Console,
Yeah.
I'm so happy about this.
only for new Nintendo 3DS guys. How do people
Less
feel
playing
about that?
Earthbound again.
but I have never played Earthbound. I think this is my time.
I already bought Earthbound on Wii U and enjoyed playing it, but because it's a console based, it's harder for me to put the hours in. So I'm definitely going to just throw down the money again to have it as portable and guarantee that I'll finish the blasted thing.
I mean, I wasn't particularly like wowed by any of the like launch titles for it, but I'm wowed by the possibilities. Mega Man X.
I really want Super Punch Out.
That's entirely in Capcom's court. You're going to
It
have
is.
to pray to
Fingers
that.
crossed.
Yeah,
I'm
really
hoping
happy about
Squeenix
that.
goes and releases some of their library, because Square
That would
and
be
Enix
fantastic.
had some really, really good titles. Getting to play Terranigma again would be really nice.
They announced that it's going to be 2 titles a week for the first month, and if you buy one, then you get the other for 50% off, I think was the deal. So
Yeah, and the price is
only during
already
launch week,
cheap
yeah.
anyway.
yeah, the
So
prices are
the price is already
pretty
cheap,
good.
and then if you buy one of them, you get the other one half price, which is
So
really,
it's Super
really
Mario
Yeah.
World and Earthbound up first. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
They're,
really
basically
pushing it,
out
which is
now,
really
right?
good. I think so, yeah.
If you're listening
Well-
to this live, which you're not,
That's what I'm going to be buying tonight then.
so
Um,
hey, people in the past, go get those.
Mhm.
So after that, they talked about Azure Striker Gunvolt, the new one though. I don't know what the title was.
It was just Striker Gunvolt 2. I don't
Okay.
think it had an anime subheading. It should do.
And then they talked about the fact that they're going to have the original game discounted as well. So I think it was the deal. But yes, anyone have any thoughts on that?
Apparently the original game was really good.
Mm.
It's made by the people who did the ZX games on the DS, and it has those kind of like movement, very fast-paced gun action thing, but also it's designed to be quite beatable even if you're not very good at Mega Man style platformers.
Yeah.
It has like a mechanic where if you die, the female lead goes and sings an anime song and you come back to life again, and can't die after the fact.
That's how it works in real life.
Which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but
Yeah.
I know if I played that game at all, I would need that to do anything.
Mm.
So I respect that it's there.
Yeah.
This might be a good opportunity to try. I don't know. People talked about Shovel Knight being a really, really easy Mega Man game. and I can't really play that either. So I have a feeling that Gunvolt is too intense for my baby brain.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's probably a great game, but God, are we good at games? I don't know.
No, I'm not good at
I'm not
games
good at
ever
games.
at all.
Talking about Mega Man, though, we had a nice little sizzle reel of loads of other games, and one of them was Mega Man. We also had New and Tasty,
Yeah, I saw Mega Man 2 like prop up, so cool.
pinball, some pinball games, Super Meat Boy, loads. Like, I didn't write them all down. There was loads of titles in that sizzle reel.
Yeah, it was kind of overwhelming how many and how quick they were going. Like, oh wait, oh that's good. Oh whoa, okay.
A lot of good games in there. A lot of Nindies, a lot of. They also mentioned they opened up with a Lego Star Wars hype.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
They kind of released 3 JRPGs in quick succession: Stellar
Yeah.
Glow, the newest Etrian Odyssey, and one other which has Legend in the name, and I can't
The
remember the name.
Legend of Legacy is what
Yeah,
it's called.
that, which
God.
looks exactly like Bravely Default in terms
Who
of its
named
kind
that
of like.
game?
Well,
That game.
it's the same people that called that one game The Last Story.
Brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. The Legend of Legacy, are you kidding me?
So after that, I'm sure a few of you guys will be very hyped about this. They finally talked about Fire Emblem Fates.
Oh my god!
Yes.
And it's got a release
Yes.
date. It's got a release date.
It's been
It's coming out May
3,000 years.
20th.
Because that game was totally never going to come out in the UK.
No.
Nope, never.
I
But
know
it's-
it was just a question of like when, just tell me.
But you got a lot of extra stuff, so you should be happy. You got an art book, you got a poster,
the
you got a
collector's
steel
edition
book,
looks
you got a
amazing.
new
Are you seriously hyped for this,
XL.
Lucas?
Yeah.
He is.
I-
He's been looking forward for this.
I really, this is treading old ground, I suppose. I really, really looked forward. I really, really enjoyed Awakening, and then was super, super hyped for Fates. But every time I heard something new about Fates, it just seemed less good.
I feel
Yeah.
exactly the same. Admittedly, I've only played about half Awakening, but I've enjoyed it thus far so much. And seeing all the pre-release stuff for Fates, or If as it was called at that point, looked really exciting. Once the game came out, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, that's all right, I guess. And then it was kind of my hype has died down a little bit.
Yeah, I
And
think.
then-
Yeah, they made a lot of
Lucas-
questionable changes.
Yeah, I think with the whole sexual orientation thing, it was very questionable how it was implemented.
And then I what Nathan go on embarrassing.
You
air.
posting the voice clip of
Oh,
the
Perry!
I
characters
thought that was
meant
quite funny,
stuff,
actually.
which was quite funny. But then you look at all the others, and all of them are super creepy.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just-
all really creepy.
one of the characters is a dog person, and his dialogue is the worst. I feel like I am about to go to jail for just having listened to that
Cheese
YouTube
sandwich.
video.
With all the crusts cut off.
Oh god.
No.
I love it. I love it.
Oh god. So swiftly moving on, we then got talked about Dragon Quest VII. That's coming out
Yeah.
this year. That's all we got from that.
I've never played a Dragon Quest game.
Neither have
so...
I.
Neither have I.
Dragon Quest games are quite neat, but really, really long and kind of grindy in places. I enjoyed playing. I was a big fan of the Dragon Warrior and Dragon Quest Monsters series.
Yeah.
They were like Enix's answer to Pokemon, and the Game Boy Color game is really, really good. For some reason, the reason why they brought this game up as a special thing is because it's entirely remastered from what would have been an 8 or 16-bit original version. So they've essentially made the game again from scratch, which is impressive.
Okay.
But it actually doesn't look very good. Even though Toriyama's games all have exactly the same art style,
Yeah.
everything looks like Dragon Ball Z Forever.
Pretty much.
For some reason, it looks just a little more washed out, a little shoddier than some of the other like DS games they've released. If anybody who's listening and you guys have the time to go and look up Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies, which was for DS. Really, really, really good game. Really, really pretty considering how limited the engine is.
Okay.
And with a more powerful 3DS engine, it looks exactly the same, if slightly less stylish. And I wonder what happened. Like, where did that funding go? It went to just Deus Ex instead.
Yeah, because while I've never played a Dragon Quest game, I know a lot of friends who are really into the series are ecstatic because 7 and 8 never came out in the West whatsoever. So the fact they're finally coming out all these years later, all prettied up, is apparently very exciting. So
8 did come out over here. It was a PS2 game, but
okay.
having a portable version of that will actually be quite
there
nice.
was another one that didn't come out. Or maybe it
10.
didn't come
never came out over here. It's an MMO.
I know. I just know when they announced 7, they announced 2 of them that didn't come out because I could have sworn it was 7 and 8. I don't know though. I'm not a Dragon Quest person, so
Don't
hey.
know why.
Fact checking. We don't do it. Moving on.
So
Hey,
the next
this is-
part, Faye and Vaneet can go to sleep.
Monster Hunter Generations was the next part.
This is a me and Nathan.
Yeah, I
so-
love how
I can't provide any information or thoughts, but I'm excited just for everyone else because I know so many people who love Monster Hunter and they
So-
really want Monster Hunter Cross to come, and now it's coming and it looks pretty. So even though I can't really appreciate it, it looks good nonetheless.
Yeah, they said it's coming out summer 2016. You can play as a feline, and then they mentioned something about Twitch, about some Twitch stream. You guys,
it
both of
seems
you guys.
that Capcom is going to be streaming some of the English version
Okay.
of this game tomorrow at that time of recording, so that's not going to matter by the time this airs. But it'll be probably available on the Monster Hunter YouTube channel, so nobody's really going to miss out. I like how, in exactly like Pokemon Sun and Moon was spoiled the day before the actual announcement came out, the name for Generations came out like earlier today / last night.
I was still skeptical that it would actually be X, because I figured it would be that Monster Hunter RPG that got teased like a few months ago.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been that. Like I was actually...
considering there was no even Japanese info on that game.
Yeah, that's true.
God,
I was just really surprised to see the announcement for it so quickly, because Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate took a long time to come out in the West.
Yeah.
When 4 had been out in Japan for a while. Thanks for that Nintendo bankrolling.
Yeah, it made that money though. When it came out, it did some solid sales. And
so now we get Monster Hunter super fast, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Considering when I went on holiday to Japan last year in November, I got more than one request to bring back a copy of Monster Hunter Cross for them.
They were all Isaac. Hi, Isaac.
all 5 of them were Isaac. He was just really, really thirsty for it. But
that guy's so thirsty. He's got like 600 hours on that game.
Oh, God.
But yeah, considering even the version of the game that we cannot read was still in high demand from the Monster Hunter fans.
Yeah, exactly.
They knew it would be a solid sell.
They realized they had to, because like it would become a case of people just like importing the Japanese version and playing it, and then just never buying the Western version. Thus, Nintendo would look at the figures for like an English version and be like, "Oh, it didn't sell so well." And it's like, yeah, because everyone bought the Japanese version. Hurry up and release the damn game.
Pretty much. But yes, that's coming up pretty soon, and yeah, I'm glad for you Monster Hunter fans that you're actually going to get this. So after that, we had Rhythm Paradise Megamix.
Shut up. This part of the podcast is all about me.
It finally happened. I've known
happening.
I've known you, Lucas, and Nick, and a few other people have been going on about this. It's finally happening, guys.
I was slowly losing hope through the
I don't know why people doubted it was going to happen. Of course, it was going to happen. It would just take time. Like the Wii version took time, but it came out.
Yeah.
I was slowly losing hope through the whole direct, just being like, please, just give me something. Just please. And they gave it to me. They gave me.
So the idea is it's going to have the best ones from GBA, DS, and Wii, as well as 30 new games.
So it basically has all of the games from like the previous Rhythm Heaven games, plus new ones.
Plus, you're getting stuff from the GBA one, which we never got here. So you're getting a lot of extra stuff here.
Not getting that Love Lab back, sadly. Not getting that.
Was that not a downloadable?
Oh yeah, I think it's like a bonus stage, right?
Yeah. Because it had a whole bunch of. There's like a story mode in this version for some.
Rhythm Heaven has a story.
Reason. And after you beat the story mode, you can buy extra games, and there are a lot of those, including Love Rap, which is the best game from the Wii version. All I am looking to see now is how many of the games they decide to remove from the English version because they cannot translate them.
Don't jinx it. Don't put that evil on me, Nathan.
It's happened once before, and it will happen again. Just face the music, Lucas.
Just close your ears. Just close your ears. It'll be okay. So after that, we got the part where I freaked.
And now here's your turn.
Because this is the thing. I saw something a couple of hours before. Faye knows this. I saw something a couple of hours before where apparently the voice actor for Kirby retweeted a Nintendo Direct, and everyone was like, "We're gonna get another Kirby game," and I was like, "It's a bit too soon, but my God, yes, please!" Holy shit, this game looks good. It's called Planet Robobot.
Planet Robobot. I love it. I love it.
And it's got new copy ability Kirby, Dr. Kirby. Yes.
I'm in love with that. It's adorable.
We're getting Kirby with robot armor that can change with the copy
I was just about to say,
ability.
has anyone seen, like, did you all see the Robo Kirby? Robo Kirby for Smash 5.
Yeah, I'm liking this cyberpunk
I
dystopian Kirby.
freaked out so much that I woke up my brother, and I think I probably blacked out at some point because I missed out on the
gosh.
footage.
Are you okay, Vinny?
Yeah,
Have you had time to calm
worried now.
down?
No, because also Nintendo's decided that they don't have enough of my money already, and have decided to, we're going to do a whole Kirby range of 4 amiibos.
Oh, there's
It's
Amiibo
just-
So
and
not only that, but like Smash Kirby abilities. Come on.
yeah,
Like tap the amiibo in to get coffee abilities. That's so
yeah,
good.
and the fact that like you can do Mario and you get Fire Kirby, just like all my yes for all of
This
this.
really just sounds like a Kirby fan's wet dream. Like all of it. Amiibo abilities, this, that. Like
I'm genuinely surprised they haven't like announced like additional Kirby amiibo that are the different ability hats, because that would be a thing I would spend a lot of money on.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
as well.
God.
I would. But the thing is one of my favorite parts was when they said that they're going to make this new Kirby amiibo range, and they said it will give you certain copy abilities, and they showed UFO Kirby. UFO Kirby is finally back. It's one of my
Kirby
favorites.
is so broken.
I know, but I love it. It's so good, and I'm so glad
The
it's back.
extra arena with UFO Kirby.
Hey Nintendo, you can have this one for free, no invoice. Update Smash so that Kirby's final Smash is just Robo Kirby.
Oh my god! Oh my
oh
god!
my gosh, that would
That
be
one's
incredible.
no charge. You can have that one.
That will probably be the
Okay.
next Smash.
So real talk, the Robo Kirby is exactly the same as the Hyper Inhale and Ultra Copy Abilities Kirby's from the last couple of main series ones. It will serve the exact same purpose as slightly gimmicky bonus levels in each world.
Yeah, but he's a hunk
but
now.
it's fine.
Yeah, and it will probably be his final Smash in Smash 5 whenever we get that. I can guarantee you that much.
Kirby went to the gym, got swole.
I
They
think
also-
the real news here is the better version of Kirby Fighters Z. That is Kirby Quest. It has a different name, but it's called Kirby Quest.
Kirby.
I don't care.
Yeah, they have this thing called Kirby Clash as well. It's like you work as a team.
Kirby Clash, yes.
Yeah, which is really cool. You get experience and you get all. I was just like, oh my god, just
I love
overwhelmed.
that you get like a warrior, a thief, a healer, and a mage Kirby,
Yes.
and then you fight all the bosses in the game. This sounds like the best thing.
It looks so good. I'm overwhelmed with hype.
Dibs on mage Kirby.
I haven't bought a Kirby game. Since maybe the paintbrush one on the original DS. So it's been a while, but this one, like, it might be my first Kirby game in a while because it looks very cute, it looks very charming, and I'm into the robot thing. It's basically the plot of Sonic the Hedgehog, but I'm into it, so...
It's coming out on June 10th as well. It's
That's
just
soon as well!
so
All these
soon.
games!
It's so
All
soon.
these games!
This
because
is what happens when you don't release the info early. Then it's exciting when it's soon.
yeah, because the thing is up until now,
Ruin excitement. Who defunk it?
yeah, up until now, I was thinking there's nothing in the pipeline for Nintendo, but now there's so much. I'm just like, what do I buy first? Where am I getting the money from? I will have to find out.
Be forewarned, though, this now means that E3 is going to be very, very understated for Nintendo.
Unless
When everybody goes and makes a whole bunch of angry tweets and Reddit posts about how Nintendo is betraying us. Remember this. Remember this now.
I mean, is it that? I mean, E3's gonna have like the new Zelda. It's gonna have the NX.
it's gonna have the NX.
Yeah, they've already confirmed it's going to have the NX and Zelda Wii U.
It's
so...
the NX, so like.
Yeah, we'll
I
have
think they're kinda
plenty to be hyped about. I think that's probably why they're getting all these games out the way
I don't know
now.
what the NX is. Apparently, it's like some combination of the Philosopher's Stone and
Yeah,
Atlantis. It's amazing. I've heard. I don't know.
there's been
It's
a
going
lot
to
of
kill
rumors
cancer
flying
and
around.
world poverty.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of rumors flying around.
Exclusively on Nintendo NX.
Raise back your dead loved ones. I love it.
I read all of
and
these
then add them
rumors
to
and
Miitomo.
these
Yeah. That's what Miitomo is.
This got real dark real quick.
but I've seen all these rumors flying around, and these rumors just seem so outlandish. But my God, if they're real, just Nintendo's just knocked it
I'm
out of the
trying
park.
not to
Just,
read into rumors because,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
at the end
trying
of
not
the
to,
day, it's
but-
not going to change what's real. It's just going to give you false expectations. And I remember how hyped everyone got about Nintendo's E3 last year, and then it wasn't quite what they expected, so everyone
No.
was upset. I'm just trying to chill back and
Yeah.
not care for the time being.
Yeah.
The
Well,
N in
I feel
NX
that.
stands for necromancy.
But knowing the way Nintendo has been going recently, it'll probably get leaked. I mean, I heard that this Direct was leaked a few hours before.
I mean,
Pokemon Sun
it's
and
different
Moon was
for,
leaked.
Yeah, actually, the leak I saw people talking about it, but I didn't actually see the leak, and I didn't know what capacity it was. But actually, just before the direct started, I did see a list, and it was basically a photo of a computer screen with all different folders, and each folder was titled various things. And from what I saw, that was actually a leak because there was
yeah, that actually turned out to be legit.
Yeah, I remember seeing Disney Art Academy, Monster Hunter Generations. I don't remember seeing Kirby because that was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
But that leak turned out to actually be true, which
Yeah.
sucks because all these leaks are not fun.
No,
anymore.
it does seem that like Nintendo can't catch a break. None of these companies can catch a break. It seems like just before their announcement, everyone's getting hyped, and then it gets leaked and it gets ruined.
Not only
Like
that, but I can really tell like the
24
developers
hours
put a lot of
before.
like effort into like keeping those things a surprise, and
Yeah.
then they get leaked, and then they get really sad about it on like Twitter and stuff. And it
Yeah.
makes me
Yeah,
feel
I
so
feel
awful
sorry
for
for them. I mean, Sakurai's had Smash stuff leaked, Nintendo's had the Directs leaked.
Yeah, and Junichi Masuda always has these like little sad, sweet tweets like, "I was really
Yeah.
excited to show you guys new Pokemon, but sigh." And it's like,
They
"Oh,
always
you
do it
poor
in the
soul,
I-
you
they always
poor
do it in the-
soul."
They
I feel
always do it in like the parental style of like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for
Especially
them
com-
because they sign non-disclosures, they can't say anything, and then just before the announcement, like 24 hours before, suddenly it's everywhere, and they're just like, I've been waiting so long to say this, and now everyone already knows about it before I can say it.
Mhm.
I feel sorry for these guys.
Especially considering, like, we know people who are like community managers who are close to
Yeah.
the industry and probably hear
Yeah.
about these things before we do. And we didn't hear anything about Monster Hunter Generations before
No.
No,
yesterday.
that came out of left field.
They do good work, these people. So
Yeah.
they
They
must
do.
also feel really, really frustrated when they
Typical
have to
community
try really
managers.
hard to keep it quiet, and then somebody just goes, nah, spoilers. Dumbledore dies.
Damn, they
God.
haven't read the books yet, God.
Dumbledore Art Academy.
Game of the
Okay.
year.
And that was the end. They ended on the best game, just saying.
Well,
So,
I think they start on the best game, so no.
well, yeah,
I
so
think they had good games in the middle that I wanted.
we're talking about that. What was everyone's highlight? My one was obviously Kirby.
Probably Star Fox, but I expected that. I don't know. Honestly, the SNES games on 3DS Virtual Console was almost the highlight, apart from Star Fox, because I kind of knew that was coming. I'm really excited about SNES games on the 3DS eShop because I've wanted that for ages, and it's like, oh, now you got it, yay! I just need to buy a new 3DS,
Yeah,
but
you need to buy a new 3DS.
the capabilities are now there.
How about you, Nathan?
While it's the game that I most want to play, I kind of knew that
Yeah.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE would come out in English. So I think the best surprise for me that I liked was Kirby, and then like probably Earthbound on 3DS.
Fair enough. And
Do I even need to say
no, we don't really.
So yeah, I mean, like, 'cause, like, especially up until the direct, I started turning into sort of a crazy person. My
Yeah.
bingo card just became like insane person scrawling, covered in blood.
Yeah, because your big one was hilarious, but I was like, oh man, it's so funny, but it's a shame he'll never get that. And then when it came up, I was just because it's actually going to be really pleased.
Well, look at you now.
Your blood sacrifice worked, Lucas. Your blood sacrifice worked. So that's it. That's our podcast all about the Nintendo Direct.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Well, yeah, relatively.
It's probably our shortest yet for quite a while.
Yeah, definitely. It's about the same.
It's only 11:15 at night, so.
Yeah, I mean, and it's about the same length as the Direct. So we did.
So it's 11 o'clock.
We did our own version of the Direct, guys. It's literally the same length,
With even less information.
even less information.
Oh boy.
Right, so that's all. I've been Vaneet. My Twitter handle is NintendoMad888.
God, are we self-promoting ourselves?
Yes, we are. So,
Well, I'm Faye, and my handle on Twitter is Charaflame.
I've been Nathan, and my Twitter handle is WriterBlades.
I'm Lucas, and my Twitter doesn't matter. You're like gonna go look at it. Who cares?
God. Thank you very much for listening, guys. We have been DS
Bye.
London. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.